Hello, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome to the first edition of the Dean's Den for 2021 2022. Alongside me here in the den, Miss Pearson, again, back this year. And I'd also like to introduce Miss Mafoose, who will be joining us as our sixth grade dean this year. Welcome to the den, Miss Mafoose.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez.
You're welcome. And for those of you, just a shout out, Miss Mafoose also does a show on Fridays, Fabulous Fridays. Not only is she on the Dean's Den as one of our deans and a guest, but we'd also like you to tune into her show as well on Friday to get those viewerships up for her on her show. Miss Pearson, welcome, Miss Mafoose. There's some things we want to discuss here on the Den to start the year. And then we'll kind of go with some other things. But Miss Pearson, do you want to go ahead and take it?
Yeah, let's get to business first.
Sure.
So, one big thing that we're seeing is a lot of questions during lunch. So, I just wanted to go over our lunch procedures really quickly. So, there are two doors to the cafeteria. The one closest to Synergy, which is that building next to the front office, that's where you will enter the cafeteria to get your lunch. So, everyone needs to go in through that door. If you plan on getting lunch, you need to go right away. So don't put your backpack down outside. Wait 15 minutes, then go inside to get your lunch. So everyone needs to come directly to the cafeteria to get in the line to get your lunch, and then exit out of the door where I'll be standing, most likely. And that's the door near the courtyard where the tables are with the umbrellas. Now the reason we do this is because outside is first come first serve. Once we see that outside has a lot of students, for our adult supervision outside, we shut it down, which means when Mr. Moran says we have too many students out here, everyone that hasn't gone outside yet must eat in the cafeteria. This is for safety. We want to make sure that we have enough adults in each area to supervise students. So if you are not outside by the time capacity is reached, you will have to eat in the cafeteria. Cafeteria. Did I just say that
Dining
word?
area.
Dining area. Okay, so if you'd like to eat with your friends, I would suggest that you all come to the cafeteria together, so that the dining area together, so that if it reaches capacity outside, you are still with your friends. Please don't drop your backpack or have anyone save seats, because again, it's first come first serve. Got to be fair to everybody. Um, Miss Mafouz, myself, and Miss Reed are inside the cafeteria along with Mr. Motley and Mr. Fernandez, Dr. McDonald, Dr. Coleman, Mr. Mertz, and Mr. Moran are outside in the courtyard area. So we don't have Leadership Hall open this year like we did last year. So we have those two areas for you all to eat. Added some tables outside so we can get more people outside. I know it's nice weather, so we all like to be outside, but just remember that it is first come, first serve.
Great. And also, going with lunches, we want to make sure that when lunch is over, you're going directly to your classroom.
After you throw away your trash,
After you
right?
throw away your trash.
Make
So
sure
you
we
throw
clean
away
it
your
up after
trash, make sure you
ourselves.
get to your classroom. I've been seeing a lot of students getting to class a little tardy after lunches. We want to make sure that we get there. We know that it's the first couple weeks of school, so we've been a little, given a little latitude there, but we want to make sure that you get there. Also, students, 10-10 freeze. First 10 minutes of class, last 10 minutes of class, there's no movement. So your teachers, if last 10 and first 10, we're not going to be having any movement in the hallway, so just keep that in mind. That's for your safety and security of our school as well. And also in the mornings, 6th grade and 7th grade, you guys are in the gym. 8th grade's in the dining area. We dismiss starting at 9:15, and you've got a certain amount of time to get to class. I suggest you get to class. Again, we don't want to start giving tardies out for something, that's very controllable, which is getting there on time. Speaking of things that are very controllable, tardies are very controllable because all you got to do is get there on time. And the number two thing that is very controllable is what you wear to school. Because in the morning, you choose what to wear. And having said that, I'm going to throw it over to our newest dean and have her address that second very controllable factor in your life, which is what you wear to school. Miss Mafoose, is there anything you'd like to address with that?
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So our dress code here is Monday through Thursdays. We wear a polo. The polo has to be black, white or red, and the bottom should be khaki or black. Leggings are not allowed at school, and always wear closed-toe shoes, or at least shoes that have a strap in the back. If you're at a dress code, some of you have experienced already that you will get a hero ticket, noting that you're at a dress code. And as you notice this week, we also do a dress code sweep. On Fridays, and only on Fridays, are you allowed to wear jeans with absolutely no rips or tears, and a school color t-shirt is preferred.
Now, if any students should have maybe individual questions or perhaps concerns, they can see any three of us about those dress code concerns, and we will be more than happy to help you out. If mom and dad want, or whoever you live with wants to reach out to us, we can work with you individually. It doesn't have to be in front of everyone. You can just talk to us privately, either yourself or your parent or guardian, and we'll address those situations individually. Sports calendar, we've got cross country is going to be our first athletic event. It's co-ed. It's for boys or girls. Coach Payne and Coach Jackson, again, will be our cross country coaches. Information will be going out on that later in September. That's going to be our first sport. The sports calendar is a little different. It's going to be cross country. Track and field will be second. After winter break will be volleyball, and that will be finished up with basketball. Will be our last sport. That won't start till around spring break. February or March is when we're going to really kick that off. That's kind of like the sports calendar. I know there's been a lot of questions about that. The summer. I know, Miss Mafouche, you did a lot of traveling this summer. Where were you all over the world?
I was not all over, don't I wish I was all over the world. This summer, I actually went to Puerto Rico, where I'm from, to visit some family and to spend a lot of time at the beach. We were there for like about 3 weeks.
Interesting.
And
All right.
yeah, I did not get anything from Puerto Rico.
Coffee.
Nor did I, Miss Pearson. I did not receive any
Wow.
gifts or.
So when I go back, probably during the Christmas holiday, I'll
Yes.
be more than happy to bring something back.
Okay. I've never been to Puerto Rico.
And neither have I. Neither have I. It'd be nice to get a gift, though, at some point.
I will do that. And once I get that gift, you all can show it off here at the Dean's
That'd be
stand.
great. That'd be great, Miss
Like show and
Mafouche.
tell.
There you go.
How about you, Dean Pearson? What you got going on this summer?
You know, I was at South Seminole Academy a lot this summer. You know, working on making this year a great year. But when I was not at South Seminole Academy, I spent a lot of time watching Netflix on my couch.
Okay.
So something that I watched this summer was this series called Sweet Tooth.
Okay.
It was pretty interesting. It was about a I can never say this word.
Apocalypse.
Yes.
Something.
Yes. So,
Apocalypse.
There you go.
but
I
it's
apologize to the viewers on that.
apocalyptic. I can't say the word. So if you guys can help Miss Pearson out, society where all the babies were being born as hybrids, so part human, part animal. So that was really interesting. On my downtime, I like to binge watch series. So that was one I watched. And then I took a couple of small weekend trips. I went to Boston at the beginning of summer. One of my friends is a travel nurse, and she had an assignment up there, so spent a weekend with her. And then at the end of summer, I went to Memphis, Tennessee. I had never been to
Nice.
Tennessee before, so it was interesting.
Great.
Had
Well,
a good time, nice and relaxing. What
Well,
about you, Mr. Fernandez?
As you, I spent a lot of time on campus as well, getting the campus ready for our students and teachers and staff. I was able to move my oldest son, Diego. He moved up to college. He's up in Georgia playing soccer, so I moved him up. Mrs. Fernandez and I moved him up there, got him all settled up. He's starting his first year of college playing soccer, and our daughter is a senior now at Lake Cal. Both went to South Seminole,
Awesome.
both alumni.
Both were in my sixth
And
grade
both-
world history class.
Both were in your sixth grade world
I
history class.
must
That's right.
be growing gray hairs, which I actually am.
We're all getting a little older, I think. So we did that, did some beach, things like that, little trips here and there. But for the most part, just getting everybody settled in and where they needed to be.
Awesome.
And if any of you sixth graders, any room 23, that's Mrs. Fernandez, stop by and say hello. There were some rumors going around that I'm her father. I'm not. Just make that very clear.
I could see how they could mistake you for her father, though. I could see that.
To be clear, That is my wife, Mrs. Fernandez. I am not her father.
That's funny.
I've been getting a
That
lot of
is.
sixth graders. I don't know how this started.
Mrs. Fernandez looks very good, and she looks young.
She does. You're correct,
go.
Miss Mafus. But again, to be clear, I'm not her father. I am her husband.
That's funny.
That's
There you
Mrs.
go.
Fernandez.
That's
So,
a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket.
so if
and
sixth
pull it out
graders
every
at
now and
lunch, I don't want to hear that question again. So let's just get that done and out of the way. So we do have a lot of new teachers on campus this year, so that's kind of exciting. New crop of sixth graders. I want to welcome them officially to our campus. And I think anything else you guys want to add on the den?
No, we got to start getting some guests. So if you guys are interested
Yeah.
in coming to talk to us, let us know. You got anything special going on that you like to share? We like to have both students and teachers
Sure.
join us here on the Den.
Yep. And there's some other podcasts that occur throughout the week. I know Dr. Coleman does her Mindful Mondays.
Mindset Mondays.
Mindset Mondays.
Miss Mafus has her Fabulous Fridays. Mr. Mertz has his Mertz's MVPs. Miss Reed and as well as Dr. McDonald have their podcast. And as we like to do on the Den, because we are innovators, we are the first out of the gate. We are that trend-setting podcast. We want to make sure that all our Dean Den viewers also tune into those podcasts because, a rising tide lifts all boats. So we
You
just
are
want
silly.
to use our power of the Den to really help out all our other podcasts. So make sure viewers, Denites, make sure you're watching those. Get those viewerships up for them. Just a shout out to Mr. Miles. He makes it all possible behind the screen. Nobody sees him, but he does do a great job of putting this all together and being real supportive and really doing all the heavy lifting. So anything to add here at the end of the Den,
Nope. I think we should
Ms.
be good.
Pearson?
You know what I have to say?
Don't
forget
forget
to
to
storm.
storm.